Good morning, everybody. We are working on the garden today. It's Friday. I don't know when you're going to see this, but it's actually Friday, May 12th. And y'all, these are the last beds that have to be prepped. Praise the Lord. These are for melons and pumpkins and winter squash. Eric just tilled this side and this side. And by the way, you'll remember from previous videos that this, I'll post a video here, this ground had to be tilled, like this whole area here, because this ground was all grass. And so we did that in November and then covered it for several months with tarp and then uncovered it again in February and started prepping it. And slowly started prepping individual beds over the last few months. So this is the last bed to be prepped. There are seedlings ready to go in it. And so today, I've done a variety of things with the different beds in the prepping process. I think that my initial hope had been that I wouldn't really have to put soils in, but there's just no way. Even with this, well, you can't see it now. That's the one he just freshly tilled. But even with the soil tilled, it just still looks like there's really not much nutrient value in it. I mean, it's all right, but see, it's just not the best. It's clay. So I'm putting in a product they sell here locally, which I'm sure they sell in other places, but it's definitely needed here. Clay breaker with soil conditioner with gypsum. Then I put the Magic Potion Black Cow in it. On this side, I'm just going to put garden soil on this side from Lowe's. On this side, I've got some raised bed soil. I'm fine with using that. And I'm going to put, and I also put peat moss because I didn't have that much I didn't have that much clay breaker. I only had 2 bags I had bought for this section. But I already had peat moss, so I'm going to use that on this section to serve the same function of breaking up the clay, making the soil more absorbent, and also allowing water to go through. And then the Black Cow will be some good fertilizer. I'm going to sprinkle some 13-13-13. I am going to use the recommended amount for the size of the area because this soil is just it looks really depleted to me. I know that there was a garden here. The people in the other houses nearby have told me, I have 2 elderly widows in each house, and they've each told me that this place had a beautiful garden. But we found like rocks and glass and bricks and plastic and stuff in this garden or in this yard. So I'm just going to put full on. Yes, I am using some non-organic fertilizer, which I don't always love to do. I usually just use a teensy bit of 13-13-13, but I am going to put some back here, just try to get this soil built back up over time. I know whenever we move out of this space, because this isn't our final destination, whenever we move out of this space, hopefully the next person who moves here will have beautiful soil to work with. Let's pay it forward, right? Hey girls, those are the babies. Those are the babies. Yes, your new sisters. Kalani calls Raven black pink because her butt is pink. Well, how is it, Boops? This is your new home. Yeah, this is your new home till you get big enough to go in the big coop with the big girls. Oh, I see how this opens. Okay, I like this. It slides out like that. Okay, that's pretty easy. I've started healing up the potatoes. I started before I got on here and told y'all. I was like, well, let me get them, get my phone and let them know. So I paved and I bought some raised soil mix. Actually bought this for my tomatoes, which is at the exact opposite side of the garden. And after I got done doing what I was gonna do over there, I just brought the rest over here. And I also have a bag of potting soil, which I'm gonna just add with some nutrients. I'm gonna amend it probably with a little 13-13-13 and then also put that on here because these are so tall, y'all. Let me give you all kind of an idea of how high they are. Okay, here, I'm at not quite ground level. There you go. Okay. I don't know if you can see, but these are hilled up once already, and they've grown a good 8 to 10 inches. So what I'm doing, and I looked at Homestead Heart and her husband who are doing potatoes and cardboard boxes. Check out her channel if you haven't. It's amazing. She's really inspiring to me. But I have been shoveling soil in between, down in here, and covering these. These are like tomatoes. They're actually the same family. They're nightshades. So everything that you cover, the stems will grow more roots and potatoes. And then after I cover with all the soil I have, I'm gonna then cover them with straw, because potatoes will grow in straw too. So I'm gonna put straw in up the rest of the distance that the soil doesn't cover. And that's my plan for these. And hopefully this will be the last hill up that I do, because I already see some of these starting to try to flower. So I need to get these hilled up quick. One of them actually broke from the intense wind the other day. This one over here, which was a bummer because it was the tallest one. So I want to get these covered as soon as possible. You can see I have some purple. It's funny how the leaves show what the potatoes are like. And then I have some not purple. I don't remember what they're called. No, don't judge me. I mean, these are all seed potatoes from Lowe's, I think. And then here is a potato from our kitchen that was growing. And so we went on ahead and put her in here. Now this one I don't really think I need to hill up, because look at how deep it was to begin with. So I won't hill this one up because it's got this whole area to grow potatoes in already. So that's the deal. Eric is still over there working on the coop. And we just having a whole full yard day, guys. Okay. So I'm pretty satisfied with that job. You can probably see, well, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I just trimmed up those tomatoes. They look really good. They look like they can breathe a lot better now. I don't feel like going back inside. So I'm just gonna show you from over the fence. But see, I took off some of those lower branches, and it's imperative that tomatoes breathe well so that they don't get diseased. It helps prevent disease. And when I say breathe, I mean that they have a lot of room for air circulation. So by trimming, by trimming those lower branches, I made room for it to breathe. And I even took off some side branches that were suckers that had grown pretty robustly. I took them off. You want to have some space in between. Like these two are already touching, which isn't fabulous. And I took off several side branches for each one of these. But you want to make sure they can breathe so that they are less prone to disease. And you want to keep those lower branches off the ground. That also protects them from disease. So I was looking over the camera, not at the camera, so I don't know what you saw just then, but I'll give you one good view of them. Yeah, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. Feel good about it. It's 9:45 or so, and you can see that the bulk of my garden now has sunlight. Y'all, it's so different from my last garden. Oh my gosh. And I'm really happy about this. The pumpkins and squash that are along the back fence still don't have much light yet, but they're already getting it. Most of the potatoes, most of the carrots. So I love this. By 10 o'clock, they'll be in full sunlight, and this will be in full sunlight the whole day. This is a really great spot. I don't think it's going to get, well, I know it's not going to get nearly as hot as Texas. So I don't think I'll need to cover these in the heat of the day. But if it does, I'll just go ahead and put shade cloth over it. But I think that it's going to be a pretty good setup. I'm so proud of myself, y'all. Oh my gosh, look at this big old garden. But what I wanted to tell you is I just killed my first squash vine borer. He's dead, so he probably can't make it out so well. There it is. It was just chilling. It was just sitting right here on this leaf, so I smashed it. I've been seeing situations like this. Sorry, my phone's a little bit fuzzy, but like this, this. So I've been cutting off leaves like that, and I have not had vine loss, but I'm pretty sure that you know, they will go after the whole plant and destroy it if I'm not super diligent. And whew, at this point, I've gotten a lot of squash for the year, but I certainly don't plan on being done with them, even though right now I have an abundance and like almost an overabundance. So I did watch a really great video. This guy in New Jersey, I don't remember his first name, but something Prigioni. I'll put a link to his channel if I remember, or the name of his channel down here. But he gave a really great solution to cover the spot that has been destroyed by the vine borers with soil, especially if it's down low to the ground where they like to get in there. And so if I do notice anything like that, I will do that. Because the last few years of digging them out has been a pain. But we've never gotten as many squash as we got this year. So, because they usually, in Texas, they came on so fast. Here, it hasn't really even broken 90 yet. So maybe that has something to do with it. But either way, I want them gone. I don't want them eating my plants up. And I'm just not going to check every single stem here for eggs. I can't do it. So if I do get a hole, I am going to cut off this leaf like I've cut off the other ones like that. But if I do get a hole, look, see this? I'm going to take this leaf too. If I do get a hole, I will cover it with soil. James Prigioni, I think his name. Like James Prigioni suggested, and I will hope for the best. I'm gonna harvest some of these guys today as well. Ooh. Yay, y'all, yay. I think it's about to rain, but I just came out and harvested for the day. Here's a picture of what I picked. Oh, hello. It's after the 4th of July, but people still popping fireworks. Do you say popping? Anyway, I came out and harvested a few things before the rain, and I wanted to show y'all my favorite flower. Oh, is there somebody living in there? Hello. Somebody fell asleep in there. There's a bee. I love this, my favorite flower. So pretty. I wish you could see it in person. This pale yellow. It's just so gorgeous. Anybody know what it is? Oh, I'm trying to get this one. Here we go. Anybody know what these are? My favorite. Can you tell by the flower, by the plant? Here's another clue. The buds look like the fruit, look like the vegetable. Okra. I love them. Are you dead? Or no, you in there working. I see you moving. I was like, were you asleep or are you actually dead? But you can see the little bee parts working. It's not actually asleep like I thought it was. Oh, how adorable are you? I decided I'm going to pick some of these pretty flowers and put them in my house in a vase, vase, whatever. They're gorgeous, right? I might as well adorn my house with them as well as my garden. I'll definitely leave enough for the pollinators. Look at this one. So pretty. Yay. Eric saw a squash that he said I should harvest. I told him to harvest it because I'm tired and hot because I came out here and harvested already.
I was saying the bunny be hiding right in here.
Oh.
And then it runs under the squash.
Mm-hmm. And then out.
And then it dashes out.
Yeah.
Under the owl. And under that
so insulting that it dashes out under the owl.
Wait, you see that one right there? You don't think that's big enough? Maybe it's not.
I don't see it yet. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, that can be harvested.
Maybe.
You can get it.
Seen that one?
I had not seen it.
You hadn't not seen
I
it?
had not seen it. You know what I meant.
I'm not sure. That's very true.
Sorry. I had not seen it. Hello, bee. It'll probably be easier if you come this way. It's way far away from you. Oh, yeah, there were others over there, but they just weren't big enough yet. Oh, I meant to water the eggplants. Shoot.
They're trying.
They are trying.
Something eat them up.
Yep.
Wow, that's really hard to get to.
Yep. Oh, look at how pretty. Hi. Yeah, it'd be hard to get in there at them. Sometimes you can push the plant over a little bit. Yes, ma'am. Yay. Do you mind watering the eggplants? I forgot, but it's time for me to go. Hold up the prize and show us some.
Okay, it's not as big as I thought.
It's actually not that large, but
Look at
it's
the
good.
bumble.
I know, I just pet
Hello,
one.
bumblebee.
Oh, I just gave it a rub. Okay, just the eggplants. And then that should be it.
Okay.
I pet a bumblebee.
Look, a bumble. I keep pulling these flowers off of here.
Thank you. Okay, I was just in between there. I was taking the cucumber vines that are like just trailing all over the ground and putting them up on the trellis. They're right up against the sunflowers now. So there's a situation there. I need to put that up on the trellis too. Do y'all trim your cucumbers? Mine are exploding, which I'm very happy about. But woo-cha. So this is today's harvest. My tomatoes are still mostly green. But look what I discovered just now. A sunflower. Yay. Look at how beautiful she is. Good morning, beautiful one. Yay. This one's coming. I'm breathing heavy because I got this mask on. This one's coming. Oh, I'm so excited. And then these butternut squash are getting so big. I know that they're gonna get way bigger, but my gosh. Ooh, child. Potatoes are steady, looking raggedy. I feel happy about that. I feel like they're supposed to. You better not be one of them vine borers. I see a moth flying around. What are you? I hope it's not a vine borer. Anyway, I think I'm gonna be done out here for the day. Take this harvest inside. These are the sunflowers that were intentionally planted, by the way. Those were volunteers. And that might be why they're so small too. They were planted, they were chicken feed that grew. But I'm not mad at it. But these guys are like 6 feet tall now. Can't wait to see how they're gonna get. Well, this one's like 4 feet, 5 feet. But those over there are over 6 feet. Hope it's not too windy for y'all to hear this. I am in the garden today doing some work. And I'm excited because my tomatoes, which are like all over the place, are finally getting red. Yay. They're finally starting to turn. Oops, some of these I gotta trim there. I have one vine that broke here. Another one that has been doing weird stuff at the top. Not sure how tall that's gonna get, but we'll see what happens. But let me just give you a little overview today. So we have sunflowers, which are now taller than me. Those at the end there. Cucumbers are exploding. It rained for like 6 days straight. And I'm gonna have to come out here and trellis these cucumbers because they're like, I don't wanna climb, I wanna go across the ground. My okra is finally starting to grow. Yay. Peas are peasing. You can see I'm getting my black eyed peas coming in here. They're starting to come. I'm excited about that. And they're climbing on their poles with a little assistance from me. I'm doing a little wraparound for them from time to time. So that's great. These black-eyed peas are peeing. Peasing, not peeing. These green beans are just starting to come up. My goal had been to have them all be here at the same time, although, staggering was the word for it, the actual word for it, child, I can't remember. But although that's like a great plan, I had wanted these 2 rows at the same time so I could have a lot of peas at once. But it's okay, or green beans rather, because we've been eating off of these green beans and they have been really doing well. I have to collect for like a week before we can have them in a meal. And thus far, we've just had to add them to frozen beans, green beans. But hopefully this side will keep producing while that side is growing. I mean, when that side starts producing, and we'll get a good harvest. I expected these to be much taller by now, but it is what it is. Wildflowers are exploding all along the fence lines. I had to pull some back on that side because they were choking out the onions. Wildflowers over here next to the marigolds. These squash that I planted in the place where I planted the asparagus because I was impatient about the asparagus are now exploding. Whew. Pumpkins, spaghetti squash, and acorn squash are taking off. I'll show you pictures of the acorn squash at least. My melons are not doing a ton. They're growing, they're just not growing fast. So the back row is watermelon. The front row are honeydew melons. They're not taking off, but I mean, they're doing their thing. Beautiful, beautiful sunflowers. And let me show y'all the cucumbers. They are cute. They're coming slowly, slowly. There's a nice little cucumber there. I think I'll pick this sometime I'll pick this guy sometime this week maybe. But let me show y'all, the squash is what I've been harvesting pretty consistently. I got 3 squash today. This guy, this zucchini, and this crookneck squash. There's a bunch in here growing. There's a bee. Let me get out your way, sir. Ma'am, sir, whoever. Ooh, powdery mildew. No, sir. We will be spraying today. So you can see down in there, there's some. Also have a bunch on this side. On this side. Oh, should I get you? Yeah, I might get you. Ooh, don't get me, bee. And then there's just lots of cauliflower. I mean, not cauliflower, lots of eggplants over there. Not eggplants. Zucchini. My herb garden is getting like run over by the squash. And the peppers are growing nicely. I had cut back their flowers a while back, so because I wanted them to kind of spread out a little bit. So they're just, sorry about the wind, y'all. They're just starting to get their buds now, and they'll be peppering soon. There was one pepper over here I saw yesterday. Yeah, there's a banana pepper coming in there. Sweet potatoes are just a nice vine right now, a nice patch. My eggplants are not looking great. I'm not sure what's going on, but they literally have been like this since I planted them. I might pull them out so they don't start diseasing other stuff. But yeah, like, oh, I have a garden. Look at this. Ooh. The abundance. I'm proud. I'm very proud, I'm not gonna lie. Those are potatoes back there. If you've seen other videos, you know that. I will show you some spaghetti squash here. You can see them on the vine. Look, there's one. There's a bunch of them on the vine. Here's one. Yeah, lots going on. There's even spaghetti squash going over there, grabbing up on the acorn squash. There's just a lot going on. I'm very proud of my little garden out here. Yay!